Key metrics are on the rise for these cases reported with under 900, and both the positivity rate and in hospital are decreased. The flu season is getting underway. Raising concerns of a possible twin epidemic, this makes vaccinations more important than ever. Health officials say last year everyone was social distancing and staying at home, so the flu season wasn't so bad, but this year things are different, and with safety measures being relaxed, the CDC says we could be facing an early and severe flu season. More than 700 people have the coronavirus in Maryland, with the confirmed cases they have reported in the 24-hour period as of yesterday. 4 more people are in the hospital with the infections, and the positivity rate has just increased by 3.50%. All Baltimore City employees are required to be fully vaccinated, or they have to submit a weekly COVID test. This will be tomorrow. The city is one of the state's largest employers with nearly 14,000 workers. But now that the due date is here, the mandate has some mixed reactions. We will explain to you what you need to know and how health officials are working to target those who are still hesitant to roll up their sleeves. So the new requirement comes as employer workers who've been working from home during much of the pandemic, where people are isolating and self-quarantining, are now starting to return back to their work, and the city's goal is to keep the employees and the community protected against COVID. Plus, officials say the city will organize free pop-up testing sites for employees near work sites across Baltimore. Fewer than 600 new cases of COVID were being reported by the Maryland Department of Health. The positivity rate is definitely seeing a slight decrease, but however, deaths and hospitalizations rose by 14 and 18 respectively. In Montgomery County of Maryland, masks are being mandated, so the mask mandate remains in Baltimore City. Montgomery County is getting closer, is dropping the rule. It is in effect due to the transmission threshold put in place with almost 2.5 months ago. That's when the mandate was reinstated, but even if that threshold is reaching, it's unclear if county officials will actually end the indoor requirement, especially as experts warn of a serious flu season and possible COVID surge during an upcoming holiday travel. There are just over 700 new cases. 22 deaths were reported, although the number in the hospital decreased down. The Biden administration preparing for the authorization of the Pfizer vaccine, this for children ages 5 to 11, as the Food Drug Administration considers booster shots for the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And all Marylanders 65 and older are eligible for the Pfizer booster shot at least 6 months after the full 2-dose shot. Those 18 and older more with the underlying conditions or who works in the high-risk settings, and all long-term care residents and staff are also eligible. A mask mandate is in effect of all Maryland public schools. Masks are required on public transit and in healthcare settings. So the state reported more than 1,000 new cases in just the last 24-hour period. 14 more Marylanders have died. The number of people in the hospital is down. Thousands of students and teachers across the state are in the quarantine because of the outbreaks in schools. But vaccines for younger children could be reduced, the numbers, and it's likely coming very soon. There are 7 children in the state of Maryland hospitalized with COVID, including 3 are in a intensive care unit, and the push is on to vaccinate those who are 12 and older more. The good news, outbreaks in Maryland schools are down overall. The largest in the area, 41 cases at Friends School in Baltimore City, 40 at Chesapeake High in Anne Arundel County, and finally 39 at St. Ursula Catholic in Baltimore County. And it comes as the federal government is close to approving vaccines for children ages 5 to 11. Now, the 5 biggest schools outbreaks in Maryland are in the more rural areas, including St. Mary's and Somerset counties. More than 800 new cases of the COVID-19 have been reported that people have the coronavirus. There are 18 with deaths and hospitals, but there were 18 fewer people admitted to the hospital and 18 more people have died from COVID. The positivity rate has again decreased the percentage. Booster shots are now available to millions more male and teen people. Governor Larry Hogan announced immediate authorization for the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. He says this will better protect some of the most vulnerable to the virus. The governor also signed off on mixing and matching the different vaccines. So far, 250,000 booster shots have been administered in our states. If you want to know the meaning of the booster shots, we put it in the description below and you can read the meaning of it. There are less than 10,000 cases, and as of right now, 910 people have the coronavirus. Fewer than 10 are in the hospital, and deaths are 11. Now, based on the CDC of the Center for the Disease Control and Prevention, what you need to know is that COVID-19 vaccine booster shots are available for the following Pfizer BioNTech vaccines replicants who complete in their initial series at least 6 months ago and are 65 years and older, age of 18 and more, who lives in a long-term care settings, same age, who have underlying medical conditions, who works in the high-risk settings and live in the high-risk settings. And the example of workers who may get the Pfizer BioNTech booster shots: first responders, education staff, food and agriculture workers, manufacturing workers, correction workers, U.S. Postal Service workers, public transit workers, and finally, grocery store workers. For more information mostly about the COVID-19 and more other stuff, go to their link at cdc.gov. And if you want to look at the COVID-19 data and vaccination data, go to their Maryland's link at coronavirus.maryland.gov. Those are the two links are in the description below to click it.